consultation in coming up with this strategic plan. We are calling it a strategic plan, but really the right term for it would be the roadmap to the next election. If there was some consultation, and if we could get to a level where we are saying, fine, we probably don't like the guy running the commission, but the plan and the rules and the laws relating to elections are so tight that an individual's bias will not change the outcome. You know, at the end of the day, as a Kenyan, we all have someone we support. We will never get an IBC chair who does not support somebody, unless we get someone from Guyana or a different country. But look at that roadmap to the next election, Sophia, and ask yourself whether it is fair to leave out the key stakeholders that are political parties. This is not an internal document, as my brother Weda has put it, because I've looked at that strategic plan. It attempts to define certain significant things that are even beyond the control of IBC that need to be done before the next election. One of them, to give you an example, the IBC has attempted to define some of the electoral reforms, some of the legal reforms that need to be undertaken. In fact, they've given themselves a very ambitious timeline that by 2015 September, some of these laws should have gone through Parliament and they should have been enacted. You are not going to succeed in Parliament if you start with a very poisoned environment, the way we have it. At the end of the day, we cannot say that the IBC is like a private organization, like Equity Bank, that can do its strategic plan and then give it to shareholders at an annual general meeting. Unfortunately, IBC is a public institution, and part of our national values, public participation, is part of it. But in the electoral process, it is extremely important that we bring on board the political parties. We are not seeking 100% concurrence, because I see with our political system, where CORD concurs 100%, probably Jubilee might not concur 100%, but we are seeking for some level of agreement. In Kenya, and this is not a small matter, elections is what gets people killing each other. Look at the history of tribal clashes in this country. They are all tied to elections. You have not seen Kenyans going to the street to kill each other because of corruption. You have not seen Kenyans killing each other because of the cost of living or homosexuality or poor governance. It is because of elections. And if we trivialize this particular matter, and if you look at the last elections, probably what saved us was some collective agreement within the political class that the electoral process, even though it was not perfect, the build-up to it was good enough to go into the elections. If today in 2015, 2 years ahead of the next elections, we start castigating and we start branding IBC as a body that is completely incompetent and incapable of running the next elections, it is unfortunate that the kind of bloodshed that we saw in the 2007, 2008 elections might come up. So let us not take this thing lightly, because you have seen in the past that we kill each other over the political process.